I'll be rolling through me. Ow! Ow! I think we are. Hi there. Welcome to a BONZOLEUM video. It's been decades since I made a video because my appendix exploded. Actually, it didn't explode, but it did perforate, which is bursting. One day, I'm laying in bed and I'm like, God, was I moving drums around yesterday? I haven't had any gigs forever. I haven't been carrying anything. I felt a little funky. Day wore on, then I got a fever. I was like, what is going on? Then late at night, I was kind of laying in bed, and there's that split second where you know you're going to puke, whether it's going to be in 5 seconds or an hour. Something in you is like, there is a vomiting going to occur. So I get up, and I'm pacing around the house. Finally, like, honest to God, 20 minutes later, finally I feel like it's coming on. And that's like torture. The period of time, like acutely, where your mouth starts to water and you get that terrible feeling to the time you actually blow the chunkies is a horrible, horrible feeling. Anyway, vomited. But then the next day I get up and the fever's gone, but I still have pain. I'm like, oh my God. So I look up appendicitis on the computer. I'm like, that looks a little familiar. So that day, no fever comes, but more pain. Then I say to myself, I'm like, self, I will call the doctor tomorrow. I'll go to the doctor if I still have the pain. So, next morning I wake up, no fever, got the pain, call the doctor. They're like, why don't you come in right now? I go in there. Doctor checks it out, and they do this thing, some sort of test that has an Irish name where they, obviously they're poking around in your gullet, your belly, your torso apparatus. Pushes down, of course, eventually they find the spot, which is agony. But then what they do is they push down, then they let go real fast. It's called like the O'Brien test or something. It has some Irish name to it. Agony in the garden. So then he's like, well, Tara, let me call a surgeon down. A couple minutes later, the surgeon comes in. He's in his blue smock, the whole deal. He's like, let me check you out. And same test. He's like, all right, we need you to go down to the emergency room because we got to take your appendix out. I'm getting my coat on. I'm like, all right, well, let me go home and walk the dog. I had to walk Moxie. They're like, no. I'm like, no. You're going down to the emergency room. So I go down and take the appendix out, and it had perforated. It had burst. But I got lucky because apparently on Monday it had burst or, was leaking. But then it sort of slipped between my colon and then my, abdominal wall kind of thingy. And it sort of put the old spigot shut on it. Thank God. That's why my fever went away. Anyway, so I've been recovering. It's a slow recovery, man. I was out I had my tonsils out back in the 50s. And I was up and around like a day later, yeah. But this has been slow. Whew. Just getting old, I guess. Oh, my God. Anyway, so more videos on the way. I just wanted to give an update. I had my head, and I'm cold. I had been cold since the surgery. I've just been cold. I don't know. I've been cold. So everything's smooth. More stuff on the way. Good stuff coming. I'm going to start playing along with actual musicians because that's the best way you got to do it. When you do drum covers and stuff, it's great. I was fortunate enough. The great thing about the YouTube is you can find drumless or drummerless cover music. Somebody goes through, gets the original 24 or 48 tracks, whatever the hell they do, and just remove the drums, and you play along to that. That's the best, because then you can hear what the drummer's actually doing, instead of playing on top of the existing drums. And a couple of my covers, I did happen to find those, like the Bad Company one that I recently put up, and then the Dire Straits, Sultans of Swing, totally drummerless, so that's all me you hear. And then another one or two. But anyway, so I'm going to get some musicians down here, okay? I have my board. Also, too, me and some pals might do another channel, too. We're over at his studio. He's got a bunch of cameras and really good sound, so there'll be 3 of us, okay? We'll be playing some actual stuff, because I think that's where it's at. It is. It's where it's at. Live. Okay? Actual playing, none of this clean-up stuff, actual jamming, commentary as we play. I'm really excited. So as soon as my innards are up to snuff, God, I sure hope there's not like a sponge or a scalpel floating around in there. be playing the drums and something be like. Anyway, so more videos on the way. Thank you for subscribing. I know there hasn't been a whole lot of videos lately. I'm trying to just work through my 47-ness. Again, more videos on the way. Christmas is the day after. The day after tomorrow's tomorrow, so have a Merry Christmas. And again, thank you for watching my videos. Much appreciated. Please come back to my channel whenever you can. Thank you.